This is what people get wrong about minimalism. It's not the clothes that create stress, it's the emotional attachment. Hey, my name is Darz. Welcome here. Sorry if it's a little bit of an echo. It's a completely empty room in here. But on this channel, we always try new things. We like to push that, I was gonna say emotional comfort zone. Yes, the emotional comfort zone, but also just the comfort zone in general. Challenge your boundaries and become free of whatever's holding you back, whether that's your comfort zone, ways that you were taught to believe growing up, and become your authentic self. So I used to think that decluttering and being a minimalist meant having less things. Just like, well, if I have few things, then I am a minimalist. Or if I am decluttering, then that means like getting rid of physical objects. But I came to realize you can have a closet full of things. You can have a house full of things, a bedroom full of things, a kitchen full of things, and still feel light, decluttered, minimalist. On the other hand, you can have like 5 shirts and 2 spoons and 1 plate and 1 fork and feel very weighed down. It's really not about the numbers. Attachment is not about the things that you own. It's the meaning that you've tied to it. It's the emotional connection. It's whatever's going on in here. Maybe you have guilt tied to an item because you purchased it and you didn't really have the money at the time, or maybe it was expensive, or maybe you have a fear attached to an item that you think, oh, I'm gonna need this someday, so I better hang on to it. If I get rid of it, then I'm gonna need it. And whenever I need it, it's gonna be horrible that I got rid of it because now I can't get a new one. I went to look at a house that I was thinking about buying at one point, and the garage was full of tin cans of all sorts and types and sizes, like food cans and coffee cans and oil cans and all the types of like metal cans. And I'm sure it's because this guy had grown up in, you know, maybe like the Great Depression, and you didn't have money to buy things, so then you saved what you had and you reused it for other things. He had a garage absolutely full. Maybe your clothes remind you, or your other things, but clothes for an example, a clothing piece. A piece of clothing can remind you of an old version of yourself, like, oh, I feel nostalgic about back when I weighed 10 pounds less, you know, or like before the baby came, and I have these clothes that I really like and I want to wear again, but if I'm being honest, they're literally never gonna fit again. Especially if you're going from no baby to your first baby, literally like your hips expand. I don't think you're gonna fit in the same exact clothes. Some people maybe. Some people do. I never did, and I never will. There's no way. But every time you see certain items that you have written an attachment to, that you have strung a string and attached to that item mentally, emotionally, that string kind of gives a little tug, like, remember me? You hear that little story, that little whisper in your head of whatever that attachment is to that item. And the more attachments you have to more things, just think of all these strings attaching you all over the place to all these things, all these little whispers going on. Oh, remember at that remember location. Oh, remember when I was with that person. Remember this. How is your mind ever supposed to rest when you have all these whispers and all these strings all over the place, everywhere you go in your home or your car or your town, I guess, maybe? You can keep physical items without clinging to them, without having this emotional hold over your mind. You can still enjoy what you have. You can let it go when it's time without feeling like you're chopping an artery or cutting a leg off. And anyway, letting go of things isn't losing or breaking or falling apart. It's making more space for other new things and more fun memories and things that you like. So I have generally, for the most part, as far as I can remember, at least from high school on, I definitely have not liked to have things. I like to clear my space. Actually, you know what? I think what really pushed this on me was how many times I moved after I graduated from high school. I moved so many times and I was like, I am not bringing 1,000 things with me every time I move. It's like physically taxing, exhausting. so much stuff. And I'm just like, let me get rid of things. So I've become more and more like unattached from my things every time I move. I'm like, I just need to get rid of that. And I just don't even regret it. I'm like, forget that thing. I can have a picture of it on my phone and that's enough. But even with the people around us, we get attached to emotionally, right? We feel like if they're not around, we're not complete. Or if I can't connect with that person or talk with that person, then I'm just gonna have a terrible day. But I've heard this thing said in different ways, something along the lines of, if you were planning a party and you were super excited about it, you were telling everybody, come to my party, I'm so excited, this is gonna be so much fun, it's the time of your life, everybody's gonna be there, blah, blah, blah. Like, you hand out the invite and you invite them and you talk about it very excitedly. Of course you're excited about the party, right? But you're not like super attached to the outcome. You're not like super attached to this person coming in, or this person showing up, or this item, or this birthday cake, or this, balloon. If you can't find it, it's fine. You can shift and find something else. So how do you think that person who's getting invited would feel if you're talking about it in this way, like so excited, but not super clingy and attached? Feels good, right? And be like, wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna try to come. On the other hand, if this person has this party and they're like, this party is gonna be the best thing ever. Everyone has to be there. You're gonna be there, and you're gonna be there, and you're gonna be there. And if you don't come, it's gonna be the worst day ever. And if I don't find this specific color and this balloon and this streamer, you just, terrible time. You're so clingy and attached and like angrily excited about everything. How is someone gonna feel when they're invited that way? It just feels like that does not sound like a fun party. I do not want to be there, right? We can be excited about things, be happy about things. Like items can make us happy, decor, decorations can make us feel good and excited and comfortable in our space. But we just don't have to be so clingily, is that a word? We don't have to cling on to them like it's life or death if we have that item there or not. All those emotional attachments to different things and people and emotions and memories, they are weighing you down. You can have a lot of things and not be weighed down. You can have very few things and be very weighed down. So next time you feel stressed, pick one of your items and ask yourself, am I holding on to this, or is this holding on to me? Create some space in your mind and in your life and in your space. We can love and enjoy without clinging. Let me know if you like to hang on to things or if you are a let it go, please clean it out, declutter all the time like me in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.